Welcome to the Rugby Obsession Podcast. If you're a true rugby fan, you know the drill. Smash that subscribe button so you never miss a try.
Or a big tackle.
Right. Today, we're going deep, way deep, into a fascinating story from recent Springbok history. And it all revolves around Makazole Mapimpi.
One of the most exciting wingers the game has ever seen.
Absolutely. Now, the inspiration for this deep dive is an article from the South African, where Springbok coach, the one and only Rassie Erasmus, shared a pretty revealing story on the Smash Sports podcast.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. It was about his early doubts about Mapimpi. Can you believe it? Doubts about Mapimpi.
Well, this was back in 2018, the year Mapimpi made his debut for the Springboks.
Right. So what we really want to explore today is what this story tells us about how players are judged, the dynamics within a coaching team, and that incredible resilience you see in top athletes.
It's about looking beyond those first impressions and digging a little deeper, peeling back the layers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's rewind to 2018 to Rassie's first impressions of Mapimpi. He comes right out and says, "I didn't trust Mapimpi." Pretty blunt, huh? Yeah, no messing around there. And he even goes on to describe a specific game where this doubt really took hold. Apparently, Mapimpi had two knock-ons, one after the other. He caught the ball and then went to ground rolling.
I can see it now.
Yeah. And in that moment, it kind of reinforced Rassie's concerns. It makes you think about how those split-second errors can shape a coach's perception.
Big time. And get this, Rassie's initial reaction back in the team room. He was ready to write Mapimpi off. Just like that.
Imagine being on the receiving end of that. He even mentions that he wasn't even sure if Mapimpi could speak English at that point.
Wow, that's a pretty harsh assessment, especially when you consider what Mapimpi went on to achieve.
Talk about a misjudgment. The quote that really jumped out at me was when Rassie said, "Listen here, no, I don't trust this guy." Sometimes under pressure, those snap judgments can be so misleading. It happens to the best of us, right? But that's why it's so important to have different voices, different perspectives within a team. And that's where Mzwandile Stick enters the picture.
Stick, the assistant coach. A true legend.
Absolutely. And he played a pivotal role in changing Rassie's mind. Stick had his own journey, right? He was given chances, and he understood guys like Siya Kolisi, who also faced doubts early on. So he believed in Mapimpi. He saw beyond those mistakes.
He saw the potential.
He saw that grit, the heart of a warrior. And that's what he emphasized to Rassie.
It's a great lesson for all of us, right?
Yeah.
Having someone who can spot the diamond in the rough, the potential that others might miss, that's invaluable.
Couldn't agree more. And here's where the story takes another turn, the injury factor.
Oh, yeah, this is huge.
Stick revealed that Mapimpi was actually carrying a cartilage injury in his knee during that game that had Rassie so worried.
No way. So those knock-ons, the rolling after the catch.
Yeah, it all makes sense now, doesn't it?
It puts a whole new spin on things.
And apparently Mapimpi kept saying, "My knee, my knee." But Rassie hadn't gotten the medical report yet, so he misinterpreted Mapimpi lying down after tackles as a lack of warrior spirit.
When in reality, it was the injury.
Exactly. It just goes to show how crucial communication is.
It's the lifeblood of any team.
Couldn't agree more. If you love in-depth analyses like this one, make sure you subscribe to Rugby Obsession. We unpack the greatest rugby stories and deliver them straight to your ears.
Now, to Rassie's credit, he admits that he messed up. He says, "I got it wrong." He didn't realize how serious Mapimpi's injury was or how determined he was to play through the pain. He even calls his initial assessment stupidity for not seeing the real warrior in Mapimpi.
That's pretty humbling, right?
Yeah. It takes guts to own up to a mistake like that, especially at that level. And he gives full credit to Stick for stepping in, for potentially preventing a massive blunder. It just shows you how powerful one person's belief can be.
One voice can change everything. Absolutely. And Rassie makes another interesting point. He says that sometimes, those communication breakdowns can actually lead to positive outcomes. He even says, just one little miscommunication saved us there.
It's like a twist of fate.
Yeah. In this case, because the information was delayed, it gave Stick the chance to make his case for Mapimpi. It highlights how complex team dynamics can be.
And how sometimes things just work out in unexpected ways. But it definitely emphasizes how important that communication triangle is, right? Between the players, the coaching staff, and the medical team. When that breaks down, it can really skew things.
No doubt about it. And this story really speaks to the bigger picture of player assessment. It's not just about stats or avoiding mistakes. It's about understanding the individual, their background, their resilience, and, what they might be dealing with physically.
It's about seeing the whole person.
Yeah.
Now, let's fast forward a bit. I mean, we all know what Mapimpi went on to achieve. 30 tries for South Africa. That's a phenomenal record for any winger.
It's remarkable. He really proved those early doubts wrong. It's a testament to his talent, his perseverance, and the coaching staff's willingness to keep an open mind.
So what do you think about all of this?
Well, it just reminds us that even at the highest level, even the most experienced coaches can get it wrong. It shows how vital it is to have those different viewpoints within a team. And it reminds us about the human side of rugby.
The importance of looking beyond the surface.
Precisely. Now, I want to throw this out to our listeners. Have you ever seen a player overcome initial doubts to achieve greatness? We'd love to hear your stories. Head over to the comment section or hit us up on social media.
And if you want more incredible rugby stories like this, make sure you subscribe to Rugby Obsession. We've got a whole library of deep dives waiting for you.
Don't miss out on the next episode, where we'll be tackling another captivating rugby story.
Thanks for tuning in to the Rugby Obsession podcast. We'll catch you next time.